Hello everyone, this is Varsha Khurana. I'm Recruitment Advisor South Asia for Vancouver Island University. Thank you for joining in today for the BBA online webinar. We all are here to share the updates and the information on as to how you can apply for the program for this fall. We have our faculty, Rob Ferguson here to share the updates on the program, the BBA program. We do have Emmy and we have Yuka with us along with Mike to share the insights about for the program. Over to you, Rob.
Wonderful. Thank you, Varsha. Good evening, everybody. It's morning here where we are, but evening likely where you are, and I greatly appreciate you joining us today. So as mentioned, my name is Dr. Rob Ferguson. I'm the Acting Associate Dean, and I'm speaking to you from our Nanaimo campus of Vancouver Island University, which is situated on the unceded traditional territory of the Nanaimo First Nations people. And it's a real privilege to be here. This is an exciting initiative within the Faculty of Management and one that we haven't done before. And we're excited to open the doors and provide this opportunity to join the BBA and complete the first year of the Bachelor of Business Admin from home, from your place of residence internationally. And so the purpose of today, of course, is to answer some questions and talk with each other. And I'm grateful for the colleagues around the room. And Varsha, I think we're going to introduce ourselves first. Is that the plan? Oh, yes. Great. Maybe I'll pass it to Mike. He's at the top corner. He's top for me.
Hi, everyone. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. I'm not sure. I think my mic cut out there for a moment. Yeah, my name is Mike Chapman. I'm the digital marketing specialist with the International Marketing and Recruitment team. So my role is just to kind of support the recruiters and, well, everyone really with the online initiatives, promoting the programs and kind of building the VIU brand internationally. So welcome everyone. I hope you get something from today's session.
I think over to Yuka.
Hi everyone, my name is Yuka Takai. I'm an International Admission Officer of the BBA program. Thanks for joining today for the webinar. Yeah, if you have any admission related questions, please feel free to ask me and Amy. I will pass it over to Amy.
Hi everyone, good morning or good evening. My name is Amy Collins. I work with Yuka on the BBA program doing international admissions. So yeah, if you have any questions about admissions at all, feel free to ask away. Yuka and I are here to help you through the admissions process.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Yuka. Dr. Rob, I would like to request you to share some insights about the program. And I do have some questions coming into my Q&A box, but I think students would like to know more about the programs, especially when we are talking about BBA online programs. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm happy to do that. I'm also happy to welcome Fernando here, who is the our lead on the Business Students Association, who's going to join us as well and offer that student perspective. So you don't have to hear it just from me. You can also hear it from Fernando, who can offer it from his experience as part of the BBA program. So what can I share with you? Well, and then maybe we'll pitch it to Fernando to add some further context. The idea behind this particular initiative is, again, to offer the first year of the Bachelor of Business Admin online only, and to do so in a way that is convenient for students overseas. So the courses have been specially selected and designed to run at a time that's convenient, particularly for students in India and China and that region. So here in Nanaimo, those courses will be offered in the evening time, and they'll run where our students are in the morning time. And the idea is that they will occur over 4 evenings. So there'll be synchronous learning over 4 evenings, as well as a Saturday evening here in Nanaimo, which I'm not sure. I believe that's a Sunday morning overseas, perhaps. And the exciting thing about that is once students complete that set of courses, they're welcome to come to campus the second year and experience in-person learning. And in addition, they will also earn the credential, the Certificate of Business Management. So even if situations arise where you can't continue studies beyond the first year, you still earn that credential from VIU, the Certificate of Business Management, which is something to be very proud of. And we'll certainly celebrate anybody who succeeds in that regard. A little bit about the Faculty of Management itself. We have about 1,500 students, 70 different faculty, 5 different business departments, incorporating finance, accounting, management and law, economics, you name it, right? Marketing. We also have a robust recreation and tourism program and a hospitality program. So the faculty is a pretty diverse and vibrant area, lots of things going on. And we're very proud of our students and the success that they have and the contributions they make to the community and to the campus. So yeah, that might be, maybe I'll ask Fernando if you've got a couple thoughts to share about your experience in the classroom and what that might be, what from your perspective and what you hear from your members.
Yeah, totally, Rob. Thank you for that. In our experience, when we've had students that have multiple classes online, they've always had ample experience from different parts of the world, and that always brings a lot of value to each of our students' lives. And not only that, but also coupled with the academic side and the co-curricular side of things, students are able to experience university in a better way, I think. And that's something that I've heard from my people. They really like having all these opportunities to engage in different ways with the Faculty of Management, either with the Students' Union or the co-curricular record, or in classes with their teachers or people that are in other parts of the world. That's something that they really found valuable as compared to in person. But yeah, I think you covered everything else pretty good, Rob.
Thank you. Back to you, Varsha.
Thank you, Fernando, and thank you for joining in. I have a question coming into my chat box, which is, does the faculty help students who place them in their co-ops? Yes, Rob, if you can just answer this question.
So I wonder if I can't see those questions. So they popping into the open question. That's an interesting point. So I think the question was, do faculty or do we have staff to help people into placements? I think is the question that was asked. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we do have support. Absolutely. The BBA does not have a required work integrated learning component. However, it does have an opportunity for internships, either paid or unpaid. And those are with the supervision of a faculty member. In terms of helping a student find an experience, we certainly can do that. That's not, we have, Fernando made a mention there of colleagues who work in the co-curricular or work integrated learning area. So we have actually dedicated faculty and staff in that area who support that work. And importantly to remember, we have thousands of alumni. So the FOM and the business community in our region is robust. So our students and past graduates are business leaders, and we've got regular relationships with different organizations. What we don't do is put students into placement. So students will definitely have to be part of that process and apply and search, but they will definitely be supported through that.
Thank you, Rob.
Sorry, Varsha, I just want to interject. We have a couple hands up in the chat, so I was going to activate those microphones so that they can ask their questions verbally, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, okay. So first up, we have Ali Abbas. So Ali, I'm just going to activate your microphone and you can go ahead and ask your question, please.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you.
Thank you for joining in.
You're welcome. My name is Ali Abbas. I'm from Pakistan. Hello.
Yes, Ali.
Yes, I just want to say one thing that I want to try to study, but something is that I am unable to pay, but I want to study, so that's why I joined this. Can I study?
Hi, Ali. I take care of Pakistan. That is one of my region I recruit student from. So yes, you can definitely apply for the program. There are some pre-requirement for the students applying for this region. So I'll be happy to share that. I have my colleague Yuka here to share the requirements for the international student. Yuka, can you just help him with the basic requirement to proceed with the application?
Of course, thank you. Yeah, so basic requirement of this program is having a Math 12C or equivalent. But if this is the normal BBA program requirement, it's the one of the main requirement. But great thing about this BBA online program is if you don't have a Math grade 12, but if you only have a Math grade 11, you can still apply and then start online BBA program and then upgrade your Math in the first semester of your BBA program. So the minimum line is you need to have a grade 11 Math C in our equivalency. And then also we have a English requirement. So student needs to submit English proficiency test. And then we will send you the link to that list of the English proficiency test that we accept. But it's, for example, we accept IELTS 6.5, no band under 6.0. And also you need to have you need to graduate from high school. It's one of the requirements. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the requirement. And so to apply, you need to have a high school graduation and then high school transcript and then English proficiency test score. So these are the required documents to apply for this program.
Thank you, Yuka. I'm sure, Ali, you got the answer as to how to proceed with your application. So you still have time, you can apply for this fall. And for further information, you can check out the link which is just shared by my colleague Ami in the chat box. So just refer to the same. And if you have any further queries, you can just write us back at VIU's international office. We'll be happy to help you further. Now we have another query from a student who's from Ghana. Wow. So I'm a student from Ghana, and do I require to have English? Oh, do I still need IELTS as an English language requirement when I have done bachelor's degree already and in medium of instruction was in English? Yes, Yuka, can you just help me with this? The student has already studied English as a medium of language in his bachelor's. He's asking, he's applying from Ghana. So is it necessary for him to write IELTS again?
Sorry, student is from
Ghana.
Ghana. Yeah, so we accept that if you completed the undergraduate degree, the bachelor's degree, where that in a country where the medium instruction, the first primary language is English, they don't have to submit English proficiency test. So in case of Ghana, we recognize that the primary language is English, so they don't have to submit English proficiency test, but please submit that bachelor's degree certificate and then the transcripts just for information. But yeah, I just want to highlight, because I think most of the student is joining from India too. If you complete that bachelor's degree in India, we still require that for you to submit the English proficiency test, because regrettably we don't recognize that it's the first language is English in India. So please do submit English proficiency test if you're applying from India.
Yeah, thank you, Yuka. And just to add on to this, because from Indian students, when they apply, this is the most common question to us, whether we require English IELTS or TOEFL or any other English proficiency test if I have English as a main subject in my grade 12 or high school. Yes, we require that, because this is the condition is only for the students applying from this English speaking countries. for India. So our main language is Hindi. So yes, of course, you have to write either one of the English proficiency tests to apply for this program. One. Proceeding towards with another question, which is for Amy. So this is, I have 5 years gap with just 53%. So is it possible for me to join this course?
Yeah, so the 5-year gap is not a concern. We would still require your high school transcript and proof of graduation from high school. So it doesn't matter that you've taken a 5-year gap. That's totally fine. When it comes to the 53%, that is really specific. It depends on what you got in the math courses you took. So it's really specific. So in that case, I encourage you to send an email to worldviu@viu.ca. This is a team that is there to help prospective students with questions like yours. So I'm just going to pop the email in the chat. Oh, thank you. Someone's already done that. Thank you. Yeah, so please send an email to that World VIU with your specific questions, and they'll be able to help you with the percentage and things like that.
Thank you, Ami. So Nikesh, for 53% means like you're not meeting the requirements. So basic requirements, initial requirements for the Indian students to apply for a BBA program is 60% in your high school. So which is, so you are not meeting the requirement at the moment. And I would also like to share further requirements specifically for the Indian students to apply for the program. So we require 60% in your aggregate as in grade 12, with 60% in mathematics, with IELTS 6.5, no band less than 6.5. So these are the basic requirements to submit your application and to apply for this program. If you have any further queries, as Ami just mentioned, you can write back to us and we would love to help you further with your queries. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ami. I have another question coming in. This is for Fernando. Basically, I think students are mostly like, so we have a student, so the face of the university sitting in here, which is so good. So now, Fernando, I'm going to ask you a few more questions. So can you please tell us about your experience in the university? This is from one of the students from Bangladesh.
Yeah, totally. I actually know some people from Bangladesh that I've worked with, and yeah, my experience with university has been quite good. I started here 3 years ago. I started to get involved in campus really early on, which was one of the best decisions I could have made in terms of coming to school. I studied the Bachelor of Business Administration with a major in marketing. We declare our majors in the second year of studies. So you come here, you do a common studies for like 2 years. And then on the second year, that's when you decide your major. And I took marketing. And yeah, I've been involved in campus with many activities, such as the co-curricular record. I've been with the Students' Union. I think it's very important for the guys that are here to understand that when you practice your academic career, it's also very important to complement it with other things. Like Rob was mentioning, it's expected for students to go out and search for those opportunities and get involved. And so that's been my experience in university in general. I liked it quite a bit, and I've also had a lot of experience in the virtual side of things. I was here before COVID, during COVID, and after COVID, and I've got a lot of value from all those instances in my university career.
Thank you. Thank you, Fernando. I have another question from a student asking from India. Were you able to work while studying?
Yes, it depends on your study permit. When you come here into the airport or wherever you come in through the country, they'll give you a permit. And in that permit, there's going to be different requirements of what you can do. For me, it said that I could work inside and outside of campus. I think there's other people that normally don't get that. Maybe it only says you can only work in campus, or maybe you cannot work at all, but it all depends on your study permit. When I first got here, I could work, but it's only until 20 hours when you're in school. So if you're doing school full time, you can only do 20 hours more or less. When you're not in school, you're able to do more than 20 hours. You can work full time, which is what I'm doing right now, for example, that is the summer.
Thank you. Thank you, Fernando. Ami, I have a question for you. So the student is saying, I did BSc in biology, Can I apply with this degree? Will my high school diploma be needed?
Hi, yes, we will still need to see your high school diploma. We certainly will look at your undergrad BSc transcript, so please submit those as well. But yes, we will need to see your high school transcript as well as proof of high school completion, and your BSc transcript is helpful as well. So definitely all of the above would be helpful.
Thank you. Then we have Vansh Madan from India. Hi Vansh, thank you for joining in. So the question is this a degree or a diploma, and is it recognized all over the world or just in Canada? Amy, can you just help me with the answer?
Actually, can I jump in there? I really appreciate that question, Vansh, because it speaks to, well, it speaks to the quality of education you're trying to get. And so that really encourages me, that type of question. And yes, the BBA is indeed an undergraduate degree, the Bachelor of Business Administration, and there's various majors within it as well. So as Fernando said, he chose marketing as his path, but other students might choose accounting or finance or HR and so forth. And you know, Canada is a country that values quality in post-secondary education. So we're governed by the government and the Quality Assurance Board within BC. And as well, our particular program is accredited through the Accreditation Council of Business Schools and Programs, which is recognized internationally and is really robust. So I'm the key person to coordinate that activity, and it's all about ensuring our programs have high quality and are relevant for industry. And so yes, I hope that answers the question. Importantly, though, I really want to emphasize this opportunity. This is unique. So students who take advantage of this particular opportunity will earn the Certificate of Business Management in their first year. Our campus-based students don't get that opportunity. So this is unique to this particular initiative. So students can effectively earn a certificate right away in their first year. And Fernando, I'm sure you would agree, that would be really helpful when you're looking for work, to already have a credential in your back pocket after your first year of study to demonstrate to employers.
Yeah, 100%, Rob. Actually, I know some people that was their plan originally, come here, do only the 2-year degree. But so having that degree just for 1 year is extremely useful, especially if any of you want to emigrate to Canada. It's quite a good thing to have compared to what the guys that are here can get.
Mm-hmm. And if students are really work well with the advisor, we have other certificates. So including a wine business certificate that people could earn as part of their BBA. They could also earn an events management certificate as part of their BBA. So there's ways to ladder and tailor your learning to make yourself even more attractive to employers and what you want to do in the future.
Sure. Thank you, Rob. Rob, I have another question from a student. He's asking how many international and domestic students are there per class? Yeah.
Per class, that would be very difficult to say. I can share, actually, I just had it up here. About half of our student body, so I mentioned earlier about 1,500 students in the Faculty of Management, and we're about half international and half domestic. And our class sizes are about 34 students per class. Rarely you'll be put together 2 classes together. So the biggest class you'll ever experience is, let's say, 68 students. And they're a mix. They're a mix of domestic and international. And also, you know, Fernando, if I'm not mistaken, I think you're from Mexico. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so maybe you can speak. What is the feel in the classroom in terms of the makeup of the students?
Yeah, totally. It depends very much on the class, I think, and what you're studying specifically. For example, I took languages classes like French, and in that one, there was not a lot of international students, for example. But then I was taking negotiations and marketing. And in those classes, I had a lot of international people. And it depends very much on the program. But in general, there is quite a large population of international students. So if any of you guys are feeling like there might not be enough, or I'm going to have to speak English with all the time and something like that, it's more relaxed than you think. There's a lot of international students all the time, all over in campus or online. So it's, I would say 30% average, but it can vary. It can be like most people are international or not a lot are international. It depends on the class. But for the BBA, there's quite a large pool of international students compared to other programs.
Thank you. Just to add on to this, like we are a diverse university and we have students applying for us from all over the world. So as in, I personally take care of South Asia, and that includes India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan as a country. So what I feel is like see, right now also we have students, they are joining us from different part of world. So we are a student-centric university. We are more than happy to have diverse community in our university, and that's one thing which makes us special and unique. So students, they apply, they hear, they come and they join us, they feel friendly. The community, the student community is very, very friendly, they're welcoming. So these are very, very important factors when a student, they consider or they look for a university as a study option or a destination for themselves. I just wanted to share my experiences because I've been dealing with lot of diverse community as a part of my recruitment activities. Yeah. Thank you. I have another question from an international students. Yuka, you can just help me with this answer. Is it possible for international students to transfer credits?
Yeah, as for about the transfer credit, yes, we do accept and assess your transfer credit request, but you need to have a university degree, university transcript, and then you need to obtain that university, you need to complete university courses. So to assess that transfer credit request happen after you accept your offer. So after you pay the deposit tuition fee, and then we will ask you to submit the original transcript. And then if you are transferring credit from outside of Canada, we will ask you to submit each course syllabus, because we need to know the detail of the courses that you took, and then check if it's transferable or not, and then for the request to the faculty to review. So yeah, we do accept the transfer credit, and then if you are interested in transfer credit, please send your request after you apply for the program. Please send your request to study@viu.ca. So I just quickly spoke the process, but I can definitely show you that step-by-step guide by email reply. So yes, we do accept, and then we will help you to complete this process.
Thank you, Yuka. There's another question from a student. He's asking, is there any age limit to apply for this program?
Maybe can I jump in? I just want to, no, we accept all ages. So general admissions, we love to see people of all backgrounds and ages, and you name it. Although I think, and as long as they meet admission requirements, I haven't seen many 12-year-olds that have finished high school. So that might be a bit of a challenge. But just on the transfer credit piece, Yuka, thank you so much for sharing that. I really recommend, we work very closely, the faculty work very closely with our colleagues in international admissions. And it's really important if students would like to transfer credits to get on that process early, because it takes some time, right? You can imagine all the universities around the world bringing their learning here. And we want to make sure that our students get the most utility, the most use out of their credits that they come with. We don't want to see people duplicating learning. We want to see you be successful and maximize your learning. So we need some time in order to do that. So I just want to really emphasize that part. Thank you, Yuka.
Thank you, Rob. Rob, I just want to confirm this question for myself, because a lot of students, they keep on asking me the number of credits required in first year. I guess it's 30, right?
So
yeah,
it's a difficult thing to say because the students can enroll part-time if they wish to, right? But a full-time standard load, if you like, would be 30 credits. The degree total credits is 120. So if a student was to do that complete, it would be 30 credits a year for 4 years. Interestingly, and we've had an increased desire to create opportunities in the summertime. So some students will pursue employment in the summertime. Some students will pursue study. So this particular May-June session, like right now, we've got over 20 courses running within the program. So students are actually able to sort of supplement some courses and maybe fast track their learning a little bit by also studying in the summer.
Okay, thank you, Rob. So we have a lot of questions coming for co-ops and internships. So yeah, it's a common question. So
Let's
students,
have it. Bring it on.
yeah, I know you're the right person to answer it. So does this program include internships or co-ops? And can you just explain a bit more about the co-ops? And one more question with this, if you can just name few companies where past students are working in.
It's a good question. I don't think I feel comfortable in naming companies where students are working in. I can tell you that we're very attached to governing bodies. So for example, the BC CPA, the accounting bodies, the HR bodies, and the marketing bodies. Co-op, I'm just trying to find, I have a great website. Oh, here we go. I'm going to put this in the chat as a link to a bit more information around internships and work integrated learning. The BBA does not have a required work integrated learning component, and it does not have a cooperative education component. What it does have is an opportunity for students to have internship experiences. And they would count as part of their program. And as we mentioned before, be supported. And so that website will help students understand a little bit about the internships, the senior projects, as well as enhancement courses.
Thank you, Rob. I have a question. How much does it cost for any international student? Yuka, can you just help me with this because you're the expert? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's of course depending on how many credit you take, but for the first deposit, we will ask 12,500 to deposit to issue the acceptance letter. So this is that deposit fee you need to pay to get the acceptance letter. It includes student union fee, ancillary fee, and the medical insurance fee. And then this covers 16 credits. And then it's usually how much students take per semester. So yeah, you can multiply if you take 3 semesters per year, you can multiply that first deposit. But for the international, in total, it costs around, for the first 1 year, $20,000.
25 SDS, it is $25,000. Yes, for SDS, yeah. Like students they want to apply.
Yeah. So these are the approximate tuition that you can estimate.
I think I would like to share, on the application process, because we have most of the Indian students joined in, and I think that's very important to let them know how to go about the application. So it's very, very simple for these students applying from India and all over. So the program information is mentioned on the website. When you go to the program calendar, you just have to click on the program which you want to apply. So this is BBA online program. Now the application fee for the program is 150 CAD. All you need to do is you should check the requirement to proceed with their application. I will recap once again. For Indian students applying from any state board or CBSE, they should have 60% in their high school as an aggregate, with 60% in mathematics in order to proceed with the application. With IELTS with 6.5 overall, no bad less than 6. We do consider other English proficiency tests, PTE, TOEFL, and others, and you can check that on website. Once you meet the requirement, all you need to do is to have the documents, LOA, letter of intent from the school, LOAs, your letter of interest with your high school mark sheets, and just have the documents scanned and get it ready. Once you fill the online application form, which is available on the website, attach all the documents, submit it. To submit the application, you have to pay the application fee, which is 150 CAD. Once you do that, you will get an acknowledgement immediately that the application has been submitted. So this is very simple for the student to apply for us, and thereon we'll pick it up. Will take some time, probably 2 to 3 weeks time for the evaluation, and this is how admission teams comes in between after the evaluation. Yeah. So this is a very simple process that we follow at VIU. Because why I'm sharing this with you, because most of the students, when they come and they interact, so their main concern is like, if they do not have any agent and they want to apply their own. So this is the process. This is like very, very simple for you. You can do it on your own. And otherwise, if you're stuck, you can reach us out at the international office. You can write at study@viu.ca as shared by my colleague Ami. So we all take care of that account, and we'll be more than happy to assist further with your queries. Yeah. Is there anything else we are missing, Rob, like for BBA students? Anything like, you want to share as, besides academics that we have in BBA? Because students also like, they want to know about the co-curricular activities, other activities, student clubs, or anything which you want to share with them.
Well, I really want to emphasize and support what Fernando's already said. BBA, your studies is one part of your experience at university. And so it's one of those things that you get out what you put into it. So when students come and they take advantage of all the opportunities to engage with student clubs, governance practices, we have students that sit on our faculty and management council, that sit on different institutional committees, that engage with employers. We have students who are actively involved in research. Right now, we've got a group of students heading off to the Yukon to do some applied community-based research, for example, and we have field schools. So we recognize that even though students are coming internationally, we go internationally as well. We've had field schools in Europe, in China, in Mexico, in Hawaii, Costa Rica, and also where we live. I mean, we look at the backgrounds of a few of us here in terms of where Nanaimo is situated. It's beautiful here. Our campus overlooks the ocean. We've got a regional park around the corner. We sit within a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, and we've got access to national parks. This is a place where you can literally go skiing, surfing, golfing, and fishing in the same day. And I know this because I've done it. So, and we also have campus recreation here who can lead students out into these experiences with other students and have a phenomenal experience. So award-winning sports teams, our women's volleyball team just won the nationals again, 4th year consecutively. So there's a lot of good stuff happening here on campus. And as I was driving into campus as well, I was reflecting on the investment that's been happening in our built infrastructure. We've got a brand new health and sciences building just next door to me here. And the province recently announced multi-million-dollar investment to support Indigenous students in terms of expanding our building there at the Scapflet. So exciting things are happening and continue to happen. And we're just excited to open up this door for students to come and join us.
Thank you, Rob. That's excellent and wonderful. Like student, they got an insight not only for academics, but beyond academics as well. Thank you. I also have something to share about the alumni clubs and all we have in VIU. So what I personally feel is like it's very, very sensitive for a student applying for BBA, because as soon as you get out of your high school, you're planning for your further studies that to another country. So you need a lot of support in terms of like, mentoring when it comes to your assignments. Then you also need to, not all students can connect really well with everyone. So they are shy, they need support, they want hand holding. So we at VIU are available for such support beyond academics. So we have a student support department, services department, where you are most welcome. Share your concerns, and we are there to help you with that. I personally deal with it because I have a lot of Indian students, not just students, their parents are more concerned actually at the end of the day. So when they come and they're deciding about the university, so they come and they chat whether my kid will be happy, if they will be like, protective. So yes, the community is very, very safe. As Rob just mentioned, I would personally suggest that go and surf up more about Nanaimo, and you will see a lot, you will read a lot about it. That is not that big, but then, the people out there, not just the university, but they are very, very welcoming and friendly, very supportive. And we understand the concern from the parents and the students applying from specifically from my region, from India especially. Why? Because it's a big decision about just your studies and studying abroad. So VIU is one university where we can assure you that you will love to study and to join us. One. Second, about alumni network, we do have like coffee sessions with alumni. You can just refer to this on our website. So it is always good to connect with the alumni network. We have a diverse community, as I just mentioned. So it is always good to connect with them. You will get to know a lot about the country, not just about Canada, but yes, about the whole world. It will be a validation in your overall profile. So it's always healthy to connect with people. For this very reason, I would also share that do join us at the World VIU page on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, everywhere. So most of the students are there. We all recruiters, we all are there. So it is very good for you, very supportive. You get in touch with us. There's high possibilities that you might connect with a student like Fernando. Here we have to introduce, there you can go and reach them out directly. And it is always very promising to have endorsement from a student who's already being a part of a community while deciding about your education. So yes, we are a student-centric university, and we are more than happy to share that you are open. You should feel you can anytime connect with our students through all these social media handles, and the way we are more welcome for the same. Now I have I think the repeated questions are, Rob, do we offer any scholarships? I think it's yeah.
We do offer scholarships, and that's a good reminder actually, because I have to do that today. I have to review the scholarships and award those out to students. So thank you for that reminder. And I don't have the details for that. However, if you email the email that's already been provided, worldvu@viu.ca, I'm confident one of our colleagues can get back with more details on the specifics of the scholarships. And the important thing I'll just share there is you need to apply for them. There's a lot of scholarships, interestingly enough, that don't get awarded because students don't apply. So it's important to do your homework and apply for those scholarships. And we have some very unique to our program that are awarded within our program. So good question. And thank you for the reminder on what I have to do today.
Thank you so much, Rob. Is there anything? Yeah, I was coming to you only, Yuka. I just wanted to, because you're the main person to whom I chat with lot of BB queries. So is there anything we are missing out of admissions you would like to share?
Well, I just wanna, about the scholarship question, I just wanna add the comment that unfortunately we don't have an entrance scholarship right now, but we offer scholarship for current VIU student. So each scholarship has a set criteria. So I just sent you the link, and I just want to emphasize that great thing about BBA online is first years you will do online. So that means you can save a lot of living expense in Canada, and then save and you can prepare to travel to Canada for the second year. So yeah, I think it's a great benefit of this program too.
We would love to have meritorious students applying for us. If a scholarship not in the first year, then please score really good and come to us, and we'll be more than happy to support you further. Yes, one. The question is, how many intakes do we have? Yuka, we have 2 intakes, right? Fall and spring for the program.
Yeah, so the regular BBA, yeah, spring and fall. Spring starts from January, fall starts from September. But online BBA, I believe it's only September intake as at this moment.
Sure. Thank you, Yuka. Fernando, I have a question for you. This is regarding residences and homestays, like being a student and you already being there for last 3 years. So the student is asking, like, which is prefer? What do you think, like, which is better to be it residence or homestays, like, being a student at VIU?
Yeah, totally. I think it depends on the student and what experiences they want to have when they're here. I think it's valuable to have both, to be in residences for a little while and also to be by your own around town. I personally stayed all my life here, not in residences for other reasons, But I have a lot of friends that were in residences and they really enjoy them. It's quite cheap, like compared to other things, especially since real estate values are going up. But I would recommend students to have both. If you're not sure like how to get an apartment or how to get here, or if you have no family members that are here already, I would highly suggest for a semester, do residences and get to know the city, get to know people, because a lot of students, if they start without being in residence and they're not really extroverted, they will not make a lot of connections, which is something really important here. And we want to encourage people to have community. So I would highly recommend to check out the residences at least for a little bit if you're unsure of what to do. If you know what you're doing or you have family members here already, I would recommend go with them and do it that other way, which is what I did. But I think it depends on the experiences. I think both are really valuable, depending on the person.
Thank you, Fernando. And I also have something to share here for the students applying for BBA. If you're looking at residence, I think it makes sense to go in the first year and choose residence. Why? Because the level of study what we follow in India is way different from the standard that we have in Canada. So because being an international student, when you're going abroad, so you really need to work hard to understand the assignments, and there's so much difference in the level of teaching and all. So I think when you choose residence, it's not only about your accommodation, but you will also learn a lot when being in the within the premises. And I think it's a learning experience when you can when you are surrounded by other students within the campus and the faculties. Yes, Rob, you want to say something here?
Well, I see a great comment from Vanch. I believe, hope you guys will be guiding for the second year transition from India to Canada. So if I'm understanding that comment, you just want to have some reassurance that you'll be supported when you move from the online learning to the in-person learning in second year. And I would just want to reassure you that there is a small army of people at VIU dedicated to student success. So not only do you have general advisors that support all students, there's also a group of advisors and counselors for just international students. And then there's an undergraduate programs advisor specifically for the BBA. And we have designed this program to keep a very close eye on the students who will be in the online BBA program. So there's no way you're going to get lost in the system, and we're gonna effectively hold your hand throughout the process and ensure that you land successfully, not only for your online experience, but also for your in-person experience.
Sure. Thank you, Rob. Thank you so much. So I think students are all satisfied with the answers that we shared, and they're happy to meet Rob. Then we have admissions here, Yuka and Ami, who have been very, very prompt. I take time in responding to emails because I'm traveling, but these two are very, very active, proactive, I must say. So we all are there to support you guys. And Fernando, thank you so much for joining in today. And we have another last minute question, I think. So what about transferring credit hours from Pakistan? Yes, you can do students, they can go for the credit transfer from any region. It's just that you should meet the criteria. The admission process. For transfer credits, basically it's a fresh application for the international students applying it. So there's a process which is mentioned on the website. Have a look at that. And if you have any further questions, you can write us straight. My colleague has just shared my email address with you in the chat box. Just do not hesitate in writing straight to me or sharing your profile for the assessment. I'll be happy to help you further with that. Yeah. I think we are all done for today. And thank you so much, Rob, for all your time and sharing the updates, and about, especially it was a learning for me also about the transfers, credits, and how the program works academically. Thank you so much. Yuka, thank you so much for sharing the admission process. Ami, it is really very, very informative to learn more about how we evaluate and how we go about the admissions and application processes that we follow at VIU. Thank you for sharing that insight. Fernando, thank you so much for joining and sharing your real-time experience being a student. And I wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Mike, thank you so much for this webinar and inviting us here and having this platform for the students to interact with Rob and everyone else directly. So we look forward to have you in our university. For any further questions specifically from India, I can see students, mostly they are from India. Just do not hesitate again. Just do join this World VIU page on Facebook, which is very, very important to have, recent updates. We are very, very aggressive about it, very, very prompt. And for any further queries regarding admissions or process or about the deadlines or academics, just write us straight to us. Thank you. Thank you so much.